All right, Captain Justin Bowles and I spent the morning throwing hard plastic baits over a flat in the Mississippi River Gulf outlet and whacking the speckled trout. Fish weren't giants, up to about 15 inches, but man, they were plentiful, and you'll take whatever you can get in February when it comes to speckled trout. So now we've gone not too far from there, and we're ducking into the marsh to go see if we can catch some bass and reds. Water temps here are about mid-50s. It's been chilly the last couple of days. Water really dumped out, but we got a northeast wind today. It's blowing water back into the marsh. We got a still hard rising tide. Not ideal situation for fishing the marsh, but there's so many fish around here. I feel very confident we can run across some. Oh, and look where we are. If you saw my recent video with Captain Mike Gallo and Jeff Brule, we're in the exact same little bayou here. That's the wall, that's the guillotine lock, and that's Justin. All right, here we go, let's see. All right, if you've seen my recent videos, you know how important this 12-pound fluoro has been to the bite this year. That's why I got rigged on here. I've finally thrown in the towel. It's just, this year it's just outproducing braid big time. Don't know why. It just is. If you saw my pool video, you got to see what that Pontchartrain pop technique looks like throwing this 12-pound fluoro. And that's kind of been the way to catch them this year.
We've got a good clip of me doing it.
Yes. Oh man, shoot. Yeah, we got a good clip of Justin actually doing the technique.
Just gotta let it sink down a little bit. And
how do you know when you get a bite?
you just hook them.
Everything's a hook set. Mocking my son Joel, who fishes that way avidly. Oh, there he is. All right, this is the size of fish that you're gonna catch out here. In the winter, we do catch our biggest bass of the year, but a 4-pounder is considered big in these marshes. You catch just a lot of these. They're super fun to catch, even though they're not very big. Now, tides were super low when we started the morning today, and we had kind of planned on maybe right about now going to catch reds that should be stacked up in deep holes. But the tide has come up a whole bunch. It's really rising hard right now. And so it's flooding these marshes, and I suspect those reds have kind of escaped the deep holes. Definitely possible we could run across some in here. Right now I'm throwing a 1/8 ounce death grip jig head with a Holy Jolly matrix shad, and Justin is throwing a 1/8 ounce death grip jig head with a, oh, good fish. Good fish. Oh, lost him. With a Lil John. What color is that, Justin?
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. Justin, can you sing Push It for us?
Oh.
That's all I get,
Push it real good.
There you go. And I'm starting in a bayou that, if you saw the video I shot with Mike Gallo and Jeff Brule, it's real close to the wall. We shot that video here, or at least we ended the day here. Caught a bunch of fish in that video. So since Justin and I caught our trout real close to here, we decided to come in here and see what we could do with the bass and reds. They definitely seem to be in the middle, huh? Might be some at this mouth, although I think it flattens out right here. You see it gets a lot broader. We'll just go all the way to the mouth and then fish our way out and go somewhere else. There he is. Oh, 2 in a row. Can't land him. He was smaller. That's what she said. Get him, Bowles. What you throwing now? Did you change? Yeah. What you got? Okay, there you go. Get him, Bowles. They're liking your little chartreuse tail.
I think it's the way I'm working.
Oh yeah, that's what you think? All right, you ready to head back? Fish our way out? Got him? I might have to make a little change.
You just squat down by the box for me.
I'll just stay here.
I'm not feeling any bites.
No. That's where you're getting. Oh, there we go. Bass. Let's sit here a minute. Justin got those bites with that chartreuse tail bait, so I made a switch to an H&H curl tail. And almost immediately got that bass. Let's see if it was a fluke or a trend. Justin keeps pretending. Pretending again. Another red? No, nice bass. Real nice bass. That could have been what you had before. Good fish.
Textbook hook set. Right where I like to hook them, right in the corner.
That's you designed it that way?
Yep.
Gotta be on the bottom. Gotta be patient. Fish a lot slower than you think you need to. There he is. Oh, that's a good bass. It's not a good bass. It is a bass. Barely hooked, right in the corner of the mouth. But man, slowing that bait down is so important. That's the key.
He was on it. I never knew it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you gotta. They bite on your slack line. So you go to do another twitch and he's there. There he is.
He moving?
Yeah.
God diggity dog.
Like, he hit you when you were dead sitting on the bottom. Oh shit, I got Justin's snag. Oh good God, that's a gorilla. Hold on, dude. Good fish, good fish. It's about a 2.5, I'd say. I don't think he's 3, do you? He's fat. I don't think he's 3, but I mean, compared to what we're catching, that's a good fish. All right, I made a switch to a green hornet matrix shad only because I got that chartreuse curl tail H&H snagged, so I had to break it off. And I had a green hornet in my pocket, so that's what I'm going with. To be honest, these fish are so thick in here, I think you could throw just about anything. But I will say this, when Justin switched to that chartreuse tail, he definitely got more bites than I did. And then I made a switch, and they were certainly hitting it better than they were that Holy Jolie. So we'll see if they hit the green hornet. They certainly have been lately. We got a hard east wind, bluebird skies. It's about midday, it's about 1 p.m. and a rising tide. Definitely not prime conditions for bass fishing. And they're biting this well. Coming here in a falling tide, whew, can't even imagine. What are you? I mean, it's just silly. Silly, silly. Green hornet.
Switch colors and change it up.
Oh, heads up, heads up. It's got to be a red. That trolling motor ain't gonna be happy. That's got to be a red.
Trout?
Red. It might be a legal red, dude. Nope, he's little. He's short. Story of my life. But he's beautiful. Look at the spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Other side, 7, 8, 9. You're gonna win somebody a rodeo one day, buddy. Assuming I can get this hook out of your mouth. And it's just really great seeing these reds because it's been a lean redfish year, but they're all of a sudden starting to show up again. And this one's kind of constipated. See you, dude. Be patient, Todd. Slow down. When you go a little bit without catching one, like, you invariably start fishing faster. There he is. There he is. It might be a red because he hasn't come up, but I think he's a bass. Yeah, it's a nice bass. All right, good fish. All right, want to fish our way out?
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you, if you come out here to do this, when this water's down like this, these bass are very often in the middle of these bayous, and that's how it is today. We're not even focusing on the ledges. We're not pulling them down. We're throwing into the middle of the bayous. And you got to really kind of fish slow. Got a 1/8 ounce jig head here. You really got to be patient, let it fall to the bottom. And between each fall, when you twitch it, you got to pause for quite a while. And those fish are picking it up off the bottom, or at least grabbing it right before it hits the bottom. And you don't know it till you go to pick up again. But if you're not getting many bites, it's probably because you're fishing too fast. Slow it down, and you'll definitely pick up some fish. And as I mentioned earlier, that 12-pound fluoro is a key. Sure, you catch them on 10 or 8, but you don't want to go anything heavier than 12. I know that. And it's not a visibility issue because I'll fish those fluoro leaders 6 feet in length. So I know the fish are not seeing my braid. It's just that, this is Justin's theory, and I think it's valid, that braid floats. And so you got a fish? Okay, Justin's got a fish. That braid floats, so it affects how that lure is falling. And fluoro, of course, sinks. So it gets it down to the bottom quicker. I don't know what it is, but just something about it makes a big difference. On the dead stick. Just so easy.
Oh, I just missed.
Missed him? It's your lucky day, big guy. And orange eyes. Beautiful fish. So long, sucker. I've been fishing southeast Louisiana marshes for 40 years. I've never seen a bass year like this.
I mean, we just went to the first spot and caught.
Right. Right. One-stop shopping. On a rising tide, midday. All right. And another one. Get so many people comment on these videos. Yeah, man, you're catching nothing but dinks. I'm like, yeah, okay. They're small. I know that. And that one's got a little bit of brain damage. Look at that. It's like some people are just so miserable. Like they gotta crap on whatever you're doing for fun. Like, you know, some people are like, oh man, that looks awesome. Can't wait to go do it, you know, whatever. Other people are like, where are the big ones, man? Catching nothing but small ones. I'm sitting at home in mama's basement in my boxers, eating Cheetos. But I can find some YouTube videos where they're catching big ones. Who are you, Taylor Swift? All right, Justin and I plan to do a tour of the marsh and go fish all over the place. But literally the first stop we made, we smoked them. We caught so many fish in this little bayou. No point going anywhere else. We're about to head home. Man, the action just does not get any better than this. It is so good in these marshes right now. February, I know most of the people across the continent are sitting in their houses freezing to death, but we here in South Louisiana are catching fish hand over fist. Does not get any better. All right, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the Marshman Masson channel on YouTube. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're notified whenever we post a new video. And until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh, we'll see you right here on Marshman Masson.